Well, hello friends, Heidi here from Rain Country. God is good all the time. And I realize it's been a few weeks since I've done a garden update, and this is possibly going to be my last one for the year. I don't know, there might be a couple other gardeny things I'm sure that I'll have to add in. But as far as an overall tour, this is pretty much going to be the last one. So I thought I'd better get it in here while the weather's nice. We've just had so much going on between finally finishing up the roof. We had a death in the family, and the funeral was yesterday, and then just the rain. Our rains have returned and it's been sopping wet, and this is one of the first real nice days I've actually had time to get out here and do some kind of update. So let me take you on the run around the property and I'll show you what's going on. All right here on the deck, this thing here is our newest investment, and it is a cider press, wine, fruit, juice, whatever you want to call it. And you can see there's little apple pieces everywhere. I just got done pressing another batch of apple juice, and I'm loving this thing. Love it. There's more of the pieces to it there. Of course, my canner's out there. I keep it turned upside down, you know, so it can stay drained and stuff until I'm ready to use it. I think I might still need to run that a couple more times. I'm planning on doing maybe another batch of salsa verde because my tomatillos are coming in finally. Oh, and by the way, on the apple press, I do have a video I've already shot on how to use it, but it'll be out in a couple more weeks yet. So the grapes are coming along, but not quite ready yet. They're still very tart. These tend to be tart grapes anyway. They're really only good for making juice and wine. They're tasty, but they're full of seeds, and they're just some people, I like them, you know, the tartness of them, but some people probably won't enjoy it. But they do make an excellent wine and juice for doing whatever with. So yeah, calendula on the deck is starting to slow down. Of course, the blueberries are long done. And then out here in the main garden, we still got a few things. You know, my spearmint is still going berserk. I got the amaranth out here is a lot smaller, but you know, I've got some nice amaranth. I probably won't do anything with that, but just let it fall and self-seed. The amaranth is really good for the soil. And then these things, I have a video coming out on these, and I suggest you wait for that video before you consider investing in any of these seeds. These are called a garden huckleberry, and they're not at all related to a huckleberry. They're beautiful, but yeah, you can find out more on that when that video comes out. Marshmallow is finishing up. I probably should cut some more off for seed. I do sell the marshmallow seed on the store. I hope to have some other seeds, including the chickens, including some more bean seed, or including beans this year. I've been little by little pulling the beans down as they're drying and putting them in the greenhouse to finish drying in there. And I've been shelling a bunch of them. Corn has got a ways to go before it's ready, because this is the popcorn. This is the kind you want to let fully dry, though it can be a dual purpose. It can be used as a, you know, a corn that you just cook up and eat, like a sweet corn type thing, but it's not sweet. And then the blackberries. The blackberries did beautiful, and here's the story about the blackberries in case you don't know now. This blackberry shrub is actually in a pot, sort of. I'm pretty sure it's grown through the pot by now. But my brother-in-law, he's the one that passed away. He gave me this several years ago as a gift. I think it was a birthday gift. And this was the best year it ever produced. Got the biggest berries, the most harvest off of it, and just kind of cool that, you know, the very year that he passes away is the year this really started taking off, and he had a chance to see that for himself before he passed away. So, and then up there are the grapevines. They're actually starting to grow up over the solar panels a little bit, but they're slowing down now anyway, so we'll be cutting all those back here soon. Here's what they look like from this side. This time of year, it's totally enclosed. In here, the tomatoes are pretty much done. I'm getting a few off there. Eventually I'll come out and pick out, because thing is starting to freeze now. So eventually I'll come out and pick off the rest of the green ones, and then just wrap them in paper, and then let them finish ripening in the house. Here's some of the beans I've been bringing in to dry. I've got a bunch of these. Like, I'll probably take these in the house now because I've been little by little starting to shell them. And yeah, like I said, some of those I'll be saving for myself for cooking. And once I see how much I get, then whatever I've got, I feel like I can spare. I'm not going to save for seed or save for chilies and stuff. I will be putting up on the store. And just keep in mind when I do, it's going to be a mix of runner beans. It's going to be the Sunset Runner, Scarlet Runner, and the Barnside Sweet Runner. Oh yes, and then my peppers are finishing up. I've been getting quite a bit of peppers off here considering they're all in pots, but I've been really happy with my pepper harvest. I almost forgot to show you these. These are the two squash. I'm guessing it's got to be a pumpkin. The neighbor gave me a few plants. I only ended up getting 2 of them, and I can't figure out exactly what kind of squash they are. I keep forgetting. I need to ask him at some point when I get a chance. But looking this up, I mean, these are done, and I'm thinking they got to be some kind of blue variety from what I'm seeing, even though I look at them as light green. When I looked up and looked at anything like that, they were labeled as some kind of blue whatever. There's several different kinds out there. So if anybody recognizes these, this the funny thing about this one is like square, like a cube. But if anybody recognizes them, throw out your ideas of what you think it might be. My chickens love to hang out under these blackberries and grapevines. See the black one there? It's one of the black sex links. All 3 of them have started laying eggs now. So they're fully grown. I'm getting, the eggs are going from being teeny tiny to starting to get up to medium-sized eggs now. So still getting lots of eggs, even though I'm down to only 3 of my older girls laying. With the 3 new ones laying, I'm getting 5 and 6 eggs a day. So a lot more than Patrick and I can eat. There's my apple tree I've been getting all the apples from. I've picked, I think, 6 laundry baskets full of apples so far. And so there's still at least another laundry basket up there of apples to get. At least 1, maybe 2. So did really good on apples this year. And the herb garden out here, West Herb Garden, things are slowing down, but still looking pretty good. I got elderberries. These ones look ready here. These ones don't get real black like some of the other ones do. Even though they're a black one, they kind of more of a purple. But they're more, these ones tend to be more sparse. And I don't know if the birds get these ones or if they fall off or they just don't get pollinated well enough. It's funny because these ones always get bigger as far as the plant than the other variety, which the other one I think is a John's. I think these are Adams. But I actually get more berries off this little guy. So I like this one better because it stays more compact and then gets more berries on their clusters. So I don't know, I got to keep at least 1 of these because they have to have pollinizers for each other. So but look at this. This is worse than it usually looks. So I don't know, maybe the birds are eating them. That one up there's totally empty. Grr. Right here's the young apple tree. Look at the beans. Got beans on my apple tree. So these were the last beans to start growing, so they got a ways to go before I'm going to pull them out of here. And then that's my golden oregano down there. And the valerian still looks really healthy. Now remember, those of you who've been following me for a while, this was 8 feet tall at one time, and then when the roof was going on, a chunk fell off of there, got blown off of there, of the pieces that they were pulling off, and cut this down clear to the ground. And then it blew up again. I mean, it didn't obviously get as tall. It did get a few flowers, but it's been sitting like this for a while, still looking very healthy, and it's thyme all around it there. I did take out about 3 of my marshmallow plants here, and there's a yarrow. Calendula is still blooming, so I'm still collecting that. And then I'll probably take out these last 2 marshmallows here as well. And then just turn this all into other herbs. You know, I want to have all echinacea, calendula, and stuff like that in here, nasturtiums and so on. Oh, and this comfrey plant right here, look at this. Man, this was just a tiny little start. Just a couple months ago, around this plum tree. Oh, I gotta show you my fig. This is the one I got from Lisa. So this is my mama's fig, because it was planted in honor of my mom. So it's doing really good, very happy. I think I'm going to push it up next to the house here soon so it stays more protected from the weather. And the strawberries up here, just growing really good, making all kinds of starts, filling all kinds of little pots here. So now what was once a pie tree for the kids' wedding is now my strawberry plant tree. And then you can see how this is coming out here. The kohlrabi, mostly the slugs got a lot of it, but I did manage to get a few that and tried them, and I liked it. I've decided it's just not worth growing it again. And then that's the last of my, I still got to come out and get that one, of the mango beets. I have a video coming out about those. And there's a couple of other smaller red beets. They just don't, the red ones just don't typically do as well for me. Amaranth is going berserk out here. Look at these flowers. Look at them. Just, they always get so massive. They're just cool. If nothing else, I love just how they look. But like I said before, they're good for the soil. The leaves are edible and very, very healthy for you. And then, you know, if you want, you can save the seed to use for a gluten-free grain. And then that there is the Broome sorghum. I'll probably not grow it again. I just wanted to try it out of curiosity. It's kind of cool looking. It gets really tall. And then my zucchini is finally finishing up. But even when I kept thinking it was done, I'd come out just the other day and found like 3 more. There is one I'm leaving in there somewhere. It's in there somewhere. Right there. Let's see, right here. This one I'm leaving for seed. So I'm just going to let it age. Then eventually I'll bring it in. That's going to be for next year, because I have yet to save seed for my own zucchini yet, but I think this is probably protected enough from being cross-pollinated with the other squash. Rhubarb's done. My tomatillos out here are all falling over, but I'm getting lots of tomatillos off of them. So next year, if I decide to grow them out here again, I need to put something around here to keep them propped up. I keep forgetting how heavy they get. And then this nettle back here, look how healthy that looks. It got up to 5 feet, but then we had to hack it all down when we were having the gutters and downspouts put on. And it's, even though it's the end of the season, it started growing and going crazy again. So I'm going to have to thin it way back this next year. Now, one more thing I wanted to show you is I managed to get 1 quince on my quince tree. It's still not quite there yet. It's almost ripe. But that's about the size they get. So this is a pineapple quince. So I'm really glad I managed to at least get 1 off of our new tree. It's the only fruit off of our 3. We got 3 new trees this year. So we got 2 cherries. There's a cherry over there. And then there's another cherry over here. Doesn't look super healthy, but then again, it is fall. So they're starting to finish up anyway for the season. But out of the 3 new trees, we got 1 quince. All right, well, that's my garden update for fall of 2019, and probably the last one that you'll see like this, but I'm sure I'll still have gardening related videos coming out in future videos, so keep an eye out for those if you're interested in these. And it's been a good year for us. I've had a very difficult time keeping up on everything that I got in this year. It's definitely been a blessing. So we did really good despite a really, really late start for the year and a real cold summer for us. It wasn't really even a summer at all. But now we're back into fall and it's time to, we've been building fires, so which is kind of nice. I like that. And then I can start using my wood stove for cooking and heating water and all that kind of stuff. So I always like these changes. They're kind of nice. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this garden update. Thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.